Okay, so I'm absolutely delighted to confirm that we have now reached the end of the course. Many congratulations for getting through to the end. I think it's now fitting and quite important just to really recap on everything that we've been through. So without further ado, let's go through a checklist. And this is something you can do in your own time. And all you're going to do is go through each area and ask yourself the question, do I understand that particular topic? Am I comfortable with it, or are there any challenges I'm having? Now, if there are any areas that you've highlighted where you find that you're struggling with them, then either one, go back through that particular topic and watch it again, and two is drop me a note, email me, ask me the questions you may be having, explain the challenges you're wanting to overcome, and I'm sure it won't be long before we get you fully up to speed on every single topic. So the sort of things that we've been through in this course are as follows, and the questions you should ask yourself are: I know what an economic event is and why they are so powerful to trade. Secondly, I know what economic events are most likely to move the market and which ones I should be trading. Remember, it's those high impact red events where we focus in on those 8 items which have the highest potential to move the market. I know how to locate the news announcements, know when they're coming out and what currency they will affect. That's your Forex factory. Do your proactive trading from the very start. Plan your trades ahead of the actual news event. So the actual execution of the trade is the easy bit. Then we move on to the next topic, which is I know which currencies to focus on and how to determine if they are strong or weak on both a big and small horizon. So it's the eight currencies from the major developed nations, and we're going to ask ourselves at all times, what's the bigger picture on this particular currency? Is it strong or weak? How do we know that? Well, we get communication from the central bank of that nation who will give us clarity on whether they are bullish or bearish on their economy, and that will have a knock-on effect on whether they are bullish or bearish on their currency and whether it's strong or weak, so we can get the bigger picture understanding. Remember, you can also refer to the currency watch list that I'm going to update every single month, which will keep you fully up to speed as to my own thoughts on which currencies are the strongest and which are the weakest, because that's going to become important when you put the two together. Which leads us on to the next element. I know the importance of always pairing a strong currency against a weak one and vice versa. So we always get two currencies in a pair. We trade currency pairs. We're always wanting to look for polar opposites. So a strong base versus a weak terms currency, or a weak base versus a strong terms currency. Why do we do that? Because you get the greatest one-directional movements, which we as a trader value immensely, because we are speculators on direction. So we want to get the direction right, and we want to get the biggest move possible from that particular momentum. And this comes from always pairing strong against weak. Then I know the resources I need to give me the trading edge I need to execute trades fast. So this is all about setting yourself up as a professional trader with your Forex factory, with your FX Pro news squawk, with your Forex news gun, with your fast execution trading broker. It's also including the likes of Forex Live, and also making sure that you have the technology to support those resources, i.e. a good high-performing computer and a good strong trading signal. These will give you the edge because they'll not only prepare you for news events in order for you to build your trading plan, they will also give you the ability to get the news first and very quick, and much quicker than most market participants, and then having a really good trading platform will mean that you'll be able to execute and get into the market very early, which will mean that your probability of generating a nice return from that trade is much higher. Then it's all about our routine. I know the routine I need to follow in order to prepare for a trade stroke economic news event, and how to build a trading idea plan around that news event. So it's all about using Forex Factory to know what's coming out on a weekly basis, then looking at it from a daily perspective, then really getting very close to that news event and making sure we're prepared for it, and then it's the physical execution of that trade. We can start our trading idea and our trading plan from the start of the week. We can look at Forex Factory, we can see what sort of news events are likely to move the market and which currency pairs are going to be the strongest and weakest to pair them against one another. Don't forget also to check the time zone prior to the one that you're trading. So for example, if you're trading the European session, always see what happened in the Asian session to make sure that you can identify some very current weak or strong currency pairs for you to utilize when you're taking a trade in your own time zone. Then we come to the execution. I know how to execute a trade, place my stop and target, and manage the trade once I am in one. So we always execute the trade live after the news has taken place and that it matches our trading plan. So our trading plan comes together, then we can execute the trade once we've seen the news. Once we're in a trade, we can then place our stop loss, which is always 80 pips away from where we're looking to get in. Target is also exactly the same, looking for a one-to-one reward to risk, so 80 pips from where you look to get in. And then our management of the trades, we've got those two management criteria. The first is once our trade moves halfway to our target, i.e. 40 pips, we can move our stop to break even. 1 pip either side of our entry depending on our direction to make sure that we cover our transaction costs as well. Going forward, naturally we'll be staying in touch and we'll be communicating with one another, and then I can start to educate you on some more discretionary ways to manage a trade as well. Then we go on to risk management, the importance of that. You know the importance of risk management and how to work out how much to place on a trade. So we know that we've got that very, very useful online calculator that's going to do a lot of the work for us. We just need to input our own specific details and it will provide us with either our lot amount, which we'll use on the MT4 platform, or our volume amount, which we'll use on the C Trader platform. And then finally is I know where to go to get support along my journey. So I've told you about my email address, tom@springboardyourtrading.com. Email me and I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. If you want your handheld a little bit more, then obviously we've got the mentoring service at the Trader Transformation Service also on the website. I'm here to support you, and also I'll be updating the course on an ongoing basis with fresh material, fresh trading examples to support you on an ongoing basis. So if you've gone through this and you've said yes to everything, then absolutely fantastic. You're flying. You're ready to start trading. If there are any elements where you've answered no, then just go back through them, solidify your learnings, really focus hard on your greatest challenges, overcome them, and then we'll get you to the point where you're starting to take the theory and put it into practice, because that's when you'll start to see a really sharp learning curve. Because the theory is all well and good, but when you put it into practice, everything starts to solidify. So that really just leaves me with one final thing to say is congratulations, and here is to your success. Let's go and make some pips. As I said earlier, your success is more important to me than my own. So I'd love to hear about your success stories, how you're getting on. And even if you're struggling a little bit, please do get in touch. I want to make sure that we can push you to that point where you're consistently making money from the markets on a month-by-month basis. And you're understanding how exactly to take advantage of these very, very powerful news events that are taking place each and every single week. So I'm going to wrap up there. Wish you well, and no doubt we will speak in due course.